What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how some narcissists and toxic people absolutely do go back to their exes. How the new supply could be the old supply. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. So sometimes the narcissist's new supply is the old supply or one of their exes. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist, actually a narcissistic personality disorder. So sometimes the new person in a narcissist or toxic person's life is somebody that was previously there. The ex, the baby mama, the baby daddy, the ex-husband or the ex-wife, or someone that they told you not to worry about anymore. Hey, that's my crazy ex from the past. Don't you ever talk to them. They are crazy. They ruined my life. And then that narcissistic person ends up back with them. Some narcissists will bash their exes and turn you against them before you even meet them. And some of them will talk great about their exes. Oh, that's the love of my life or whatever. Things just didn't work out, blah, 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 boo, 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 beep, beep, beep. Some narcissistic people will absolutely return to their exes, even if they have bashed them to you for years, even if the relationship has been tumultuous while you have been with them, even if they've been at each other's throats for a long time. And yes, a new love bombing stage can happen with the old new supply as well. Hope this helps. Yep. Welcome back, y'all. Yes, the new supply, the narcissist new supply sometimes is the ex. Can be an ex-partner, an ex whatever, an old flame from high school, an ex-husband or an ex-wife. The new supply doesn't necessarily have to be new. Some narcissists will absolutely go back to their exes that they have spent the last X amount of years to you bashing. They will bash the same exact ex that they will go back to. And that's why I try to convey this to people all the time. Just because they are bashing them doesn't mean that they will take them, or just because they're bashing their ex doesn't mean that they won't go back to them. It also doesn't mean that they're telling the truth. They can bash an ex that they're still in love with, that they still care about. They can bash them to try to triangulate you against them, so you won't suspect anything, so y'all don't communicate, so y'all won't be friends. They don't like their ex, so you automatically don't like the ex. You consider the ex an op or the opposition. You see what I'm saying? Because that happens a lot in these toxic narcissistic dynamics. It does happen quite a bit. You know what I mean? And I just and I tell a lot of people in these situations that that's how it goes. Like if you're dealing with a narcissist, toxic person, whoever, don't rule out the ex. And then they'll go back to their ex, the ex-husband or the ex-wife that they have spent years to you, just beating down emotionally, and treating them horribly. It would seem like the narcissistic person and their ex don't like each other at all, just from the interaction that you've witnessed. But it doesn't mean that they won't come back together later on. And then sometimes when they come back together, you become the target. They both target you. And what I see, and this is the dynamic that I see a lot, y'all, because I still do my one-on-ones over Zoom. Y'all, the link is scrolling across the bottom of the screen here and there. Mentalhealness.net is the easiest way you can find it to do a one-on-one over Zoom. But one of the main things that I see happening is the narcissistic person goes back and forth between the ex and you. Y'all will be fighting for the same person. Like they'll go back to their ex and go back to you. They spent a week here and they come back a week here. It's like y'all are sharing a person. You see what I'm saying? It's like y'all co-parenting. Y'all have a co-parenting agreement with a toxic person. Like you're sharing this toxic person back and forth, and it continues as long as you continue. Because a lot of times you don't want to lose. I'm not losing to them. Anybody but them. You don't want to lose, so you stay and you keep going back and forth with this toxic ass dynamic, making yourself look silly a lot of times. And people know it too. They're just like, when are you gonna let that go? I'm not letting it go. When they ain't gonna let it go. They will drag their ex's name through the mud, bury it 7 feet under, not even 6 feet under, and go back to them. Because a lot of times narcissists do this. Narcissistic people do this. Toxic people do this because sometimes it's easier to go back to an ex than it is to try to move on to somebody else. The love bombing is tough sometimes. Y'all getting to know somebody else is tough. Like, especially if y'all got kids and stuff together. If they have kids together, there's always the narcissistic person always feel like there's an opening there. I can always use the all my family back excuse, or toxic, or two-parent households are better than no-parent households, or whatever. If you see that, and this is a red flag to this right here, y'all. If you're dealing with a narcissist that has a very tumultuous relationship with their ex, and they seem like they're jealous of their ex moving on, or their ex's new partner, you need to be, that's a red flag. You see what I'm saying? It should be a red flag if they hate, to me it's a red flag if they hate the ex and they don't never shut up about them. That's red flagging, because like, to me, because you don't shut up about them because you still care about them. That's just how my mind works on it. That's how my mind works on the dynamic, y'all. And that's how I think a lot of people would agree with me on this in this situation, that this is how a lot of narcissistic people's minds work. Like, it's easier to go back to an ex than it is to move forward with somebody else. And that's where you come in at right here. That's where you come in at. If I tell y'all so much, is just keep an eye open. And if they leave you for their ex, do not let them come back, because if they do it once, they'll do it again. Because what you allow is what will continue in these relationships, y'all. What you allow is absolutely 100% with no equivocation. That's what will continue in these relationship dynamics. Because they will absolutely go back to the ex. If they have, sometimes, and this is what happens to y'all, they'll have you against their ex, and you will join in on treating the ex bad. You'll join in on treating the ex bad or whatever, because you feel like you need to be a ride or die, or you feel like it can't happen to you. You'll watch them treating their ex bad, and you think, oh, this can't happen to me because I'm joining in on it. And then guess what? It happens to you. It spins. It's called a karma spin. Karma spins the block. Karma spins the block on two wheels on you. Karma's gonna come and get you. You see what I'm saying? Karma's gonna spin the block on you, do all these different types of dynamics. But you have to empower yourself to move forward as fast as you possibly, not move forward as fast as you can, but as healthy as you can, y'all. Because I'm telling y'all one more time, narcissistic people do not care about how you feel as long as they get in their needs met. They'll keep you on the hook. They'll just say things like, "Oh, we're not happy over here. We're not happy over here. I'm not happy back with my ex. I'm just doing this because they keeping the kids from me. They threaten to keep the kids from me. They make it co-parenting hard. Blah blah blah. Boop boop boop. Beep beep beep." Don't fall for the BS excuses, y'all. Because the more excuses you fall for, I'm telling you, the worse it gets for you. For you, yes, absolutely for you. So if you're dealing with a narcissistic person, a toxic person that's continuously just threatening you to go back to their ex, or they're continuously arguing with their ex or fighting with their ex, buckle up, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I gotta hop off this thing. I'm cutting this thing short, y'all. Self-Love Journal is available on Amazon. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, until this is out. Peace.